My name is John Ryberry. For the AI database demo, called mine Vibe Coding and AI Sales Copilot on MariaDB Cloud, the art of the possible. People are primarily focused on features and functions of products and apps. I decided to take this level up and eat my own dog food. Instead of starting with a technical use case, I started with a real problem in the sales world today and build a product around that using only the technical knowledge this I would have, a typical salesperson would have. The problem, I struggle to instantly find answers to questions that don't live cleanly inside dashboards, reports, or products. The answers do exist, the CRM notes and the internal docs, emails, enablement content, deal history, and on, but that's all fragmented, unstructured, and hard to query. AI makes these answers possible to retrieve, but only if the data is stored, searchable, and grounded correctly. So the big question is, how can I build something with this? And it's by using vibe coding. So I'll show you the architecture, but I use our partner at Bolt for the vibe coding layer to build an AI powered app. And what role does the database actually play? So the architecture. So as I shared, I use Bolt for the GUI front end, Xano for the orchestration. That's the business logic that connects everything together. And then, of course, MariaDB Cloud is the system of record. No matter how slick the UI or how powerful the AI model, nothing works without a database underneath. This demo makes that tangible. This demo makes that palpable, that AI doesn't run on magic. It runs on MariaDB. And why this matters, this building the app helped me actually actualize the value that I sell to prospects every day. The value of MariaDB isn't just transactions or uptime. It's that any app, any AI workflow, any agent, any use case needs a reliable system of record. That system of record should be MariaDB. Likewise, the real value of the AI ecosystem isn't just generating text, it's storing, retrieving, and reusing enterprise knowledge across multiple systems. And that world sits on a database. And here, that database is MariaDB. So for my model, I wanted to break that Salesforce mental model, the world that we've been stuck in for 20 years, that 1.0 monolithic system like Salesforce. To make Salesforce usable, an entire ecosystem of companies have been built around it. Like the one we use often is Clary. To make this data usable, other dashboards, plugins, workflows are created when the data is already there. But what's missing is an easy, actionable insight. Instead, you get another pane of glass. This demo shows how you can extract value from a CRM-like data, make it conversational, make it searchable with AI without starting a massive dev project. Again, this sits on top of a database, and that database here is MariaDB Cloud. This use case is very flexible, though. It can be used for not just for sales, the same pattern can be used for internal knowledge base, company directories, 2.0 company handbooks, searching on expense reports and expense rules and vacations and everything. And CRM copilots of this type can be done very easily with any system of record. In this demo, I use a small temp data set for privacy reasons. I don't want to use our company data, obviously, but the value is immediately obvious when you see what I do in the demo. What takes minutes or never happens in Salesforce can happen in seconds here. But the key here is vector search and why that is key. This is where MariaDB's cloud vector capability come in and why that matters. Traditional databases are great at answering questions like, show me deals over 50K or show me deals in California. But they struggle with questions with correlation. What accounts are most similar to this one? What deals look like this situation before? Which ones had a pause like this? Where have we solved this problem before? When we had a deal like this before, what were the obstacles? Vector searches changes that by converting unstructured data, notes, descriptions, documents, CRM fields into embeddings. MariaDB can understand semantic meaning, not just keywords, perform similarity searches instead of exact matches, power AI-driven retrieval for RAG and agents. In this demo, vector search allows this app to find relevant knowledge instantly, ground AI responses with real company data. This is what turns an AI chatbot into a trusted business assistant, and MariaDB Cloud is doing the work at the data layer. So let me jump into a model here. So, of course, built this all in MariaDB Cloud. I just started with my own free account, but then I had to add a credit card. You can see I'm at $2 to spend already. But let me jump into the real meat of this. As we said, we shared this, built this with Bolt for the UI. I'm going to log in as I have two accounts. I have a manager and a sales rep. So I'm going to log in as a manager here just to show you how quick and easy this. I use password 123, so I apologize about that. But I'm going to go to team search and then find Ryberry, the sales agent Ryberry, the sales rep agent Ryberry. It's going to pull up the deals, but you can imagine using North America, using APAC, using whatever group you want because we do the correlation that way. And I'll show you in just a little bit what that data looks like. So those key data takeaways, it automatically gives you finding from the Ryberry deals, from the continent deals, whatever that North America or APAC or whatever you pull up, it'll give you that correlation of what that looks like. And here it says the team notes lack detailed insights, actionable outcomes, indicating risk and miscommunication or missed opportunities. And that can all be seen here with Heidi SQL. So you can see how we're correlating how this data is being done. So we have CRM memory and the vector embeddings you can see right here in line 8, the projects that are in there, and also the team membership, so the role-based access. But as we switch back here to the role-based, you can see what it says about a group. But let's log out and then log back in as John, the sales rep. Again, password 123. I'm going to load my accounts. Again, this is just a small sample, but let's take this top one, MariaDB Enterprise. So this is a big account for John. He's going after MariaDB to sell the database company databases. So recent interaction, you can see here that from top to bottom, that started out on January 6th with a call, and then there is an email, and then there is a meeting, and then there's another meeting. And if you want to, as the sales rep, I want to ask, or a manager comes in here and asks and says, what are the risks to this deal? And then automatically correlates all the data that's been built into this system and gives an answer in seconds. The main blocker is lack of executive alignment. So focus on securing meetings with key decision makers to address their concerns. This is all done through vibe coding, through some orchestration layer with Xano, and with most importantly, the MariaDB cloud backend. So that is the demo in a short time. So I appreciate the listening, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.